everybody. Welcome. I am Michelle Solis from ThisMustBeInk, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Seekonk, Massachusetts. Welcome to my Stamp and Sip workshop. This is where the weekend starts early, and we got a long weekend this weekend. Woohoo! I don't always stamp and sip on a Friday night, but when I do, I'm stamping and sipping with all of you. So everybody take a sip of whatever you brought, and we will get started with our little project. We are making tonight a little fold flat 3x3. Actually, I think it comes to like 3.5. 3.5 by 3.5. And it holds 3x3 little gift enclosure cards. Super cute and very storable because you can fold it flat. And really cute little gift for a hostess gift or for a little Valentine's gift, little birthday gift, whatever. But it's quick and easy, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So cheers. Oh, I'm drinking my Oliver Melon Mint Moscato tonight. Delicious. Hi, Courtney. Yes, TGIF. Okay, so let me turn down the camera here. Get this to come down. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry. I used to start with this down, but then it just didn't work out. So, well, actually, let's go up a little higher. There we go. Okay. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Jeanne. Okay. So we are going to make this little box. And I did this one with a little ribbon. Actually, I love it with the little ribbon around it. So let me show you the little cards that I created. These are little gift enclosure cards. You can't send these through the mail. They will not go through the mail, but they're super perfect to put inside a little gift bag or to put them inside a box that you're giving. So I made 4 different ones. So this is a thanks a million. These are just little 3x3 white cards with paper on the front. And these little patterns came from this packet. This is the Love Notes pack. This is a 6x6 paper, and it comes with these little 3x3 images. And they look like they're going to be Valentine images, but when you flip them over to the other side, they don't have that Valentine saying on them. They're just plain. So they're perfect for making for any occasion. So here's Thanks a Million. This one is Happy Birthday. Consider Yourself Hugged. And then Here's to You. So that's 4 little cards that coordinate in this box. So tonight I'm going to show you how to make the box. I can't get these back in now. For some reason, my flap is stuck up. Hang on. Flap inside. That doesn't want to stay down. There we go. So tonight we're going to make the 4 little cards, and we're going to make the box. Okay. So what will we need? Oh, actually, let me show you this other set. So this is another set that I made, and this one was made with the new paper. This one is called Splash of Sparkles. So this did not come with little 3x3 square pieces, but it has patterns that I thought would cut down so beautifully to a 3x3. So I did this little birthday box, and then I've got these 4 little cards. So there's Celebrate. You Did It. I thought that looked kind of like balloons in the background. Say, I Can't Thank You Enough. and then happy birthday. So those little patterns came from these papers. Let me see if I can pull them out. This was what I used for the cover of the box, and that's got the nice foil on the back. And then this one was the one I thought that looked kind of like balloons when I cut it down. And then this is this one with all the little circles. Really cute. This would be nice cut down too in a 3x3. And then this one is from this piece. So I just cut out one of these little scribbles. And what's on the other side here? Oh, that's very, very shiny. And then this last pattern was from one of these. I just cut one of those out as a 3x3. So this paper is amazing. And because I was into this whole 3x3 thing, I just cut it down, and I think it worked really well with that. Oh, now it's all over the place. I just throw things when I'm recording. Okay, so that's what was in that little box. And then I used one of those patterns for the outside. This little stamp came from the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar stamp set. Love that little cupcake. And then I borrowed a candle from, I think, the Jar of Love. No, Jar of, what is the name of it? Sweet Jar. Where did I get Jar of Love? I don't know where that came from. Okay, Sweet Jar has this little single candle there that I borrowed for my cupcake, and then happy birthday with a little ribbon. All right, so let's put that one aside. And now I'm going to show you how to make the box, and we're going to use tonight, this is what started the whole thing, this Square Snippets paper. So I just got this paper, and it comes like this. And so all of these 3x3s, and I was like, oh, I could just make a ton of 3x3 cards. Look at all these patterns. So adorable. So there's that piece, and there's this piece. Look at all those beautiful patterns. Look at this one. Oof, love it. Okay, so those two, that's all 3x3. And then I didn't measure these. I don't know what size these are. Let's measure this. These squares are these are going to be 4x4 squares. Well, we'll have to make some cards with these. Super nice patterns as well. So I think you get 4 pages or 3 pages, 3 different pages, and I think you get 4 of each. So those are amazing. And that's what started this whole 3x3 thing that I'm doing. So tonight I picked out these patterns to make my cards, and then I'm going to put one of these patterns on the front. I'm going with the blues tonight. So aren't those pretty? So we're going to make some cards. I think this one might go on the front, and then these might be the cards, because I think it goes, coordinates the best that way. All right, so the box. We are going to need a 7.5 by 9.5 piece of paper. So we're going to bring out our arm here, and we're going to cut this. This is 8.5 by 11. So on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to cut this down to 7.5. Oh, I didn't say hello to everybody. I'm sorry. Hi, Julie. Hi, Anna. And Mary. Hi, thanks for joining. So we're cutting that down to 7.5. And then I'm going to turn it to the 11 inch side, and we're going to go to 9.5. That's what you need for your box. Okay, then we're going to do a bunch of scoring. So I'm going to put my trimmer away. Yes, you certainly can use your trimmer to score, but I'm more accurate with my scoring lines if I use my scoring board. All right, so if I can hold this steady because I'm on an uneven surface now with this. Okay, so on the long side, the 11-inch side, we're going to score at 3.5, and then 4.5, and then 8, and 9. Then we're going to flip it, turn it one turn, and then you're going to put the 7.5-inch side up to the top, and you're going to score at 1, 2, 5.5, and 6.5. So I did get this pattern for this box from Poodle's Papercraft. That lady can make a box for anything. I always count on her when I have something specific that I'm trying to do. And I needed a box that I could store and not like this, not like I needed it to fold flat so that I could store it easily. So she had the perfect box. All right, so we've got our score lines. I've got a little template here. This is not to scale, so just bear with me. All right, so what we're going to do, this is kind of a little difficult to see. Let me see if I can come down a little. Okay, we're going to bring our scissors in. Okay, I'm going to go on the side that's got the bumpy area. And the first thing we're going to do is you've got your little skinny panel right here and a fat panel on this end. So you want the skinny panel end. Let's put that to the right so we can see what we're doing. And you've got 4 little sections here. You should have 4 little squares or rectangles. So on this very first edge, we're going to cut off 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to cut all of those off. So I'm going to use big scissors for this, and I'm going to go to the right of the bump there from your scoring blade. You want to go to the right and cut that little bump right off. So cut up that line. And cut all 4 of those little panels right off. On that side, it's better if you use a longer scissor, I think. Usually I would use my snips. Okay, you do that on this other side as well. Okay, so then that was these 4 panels. Then we're going to cut off this little rectangle right here. And just cut that off, and again go to the left side of that little bump. You want to cut the bump right off. And we're going to do that to this side as well. Cut this little rectangle off. Right there. Okay. Then on these 2 flaps that are here now, we're going to miter these. So we're going to cut this little flap and then miter it. It makes it much easier when you're trying to fold those little flaps in. And then again on the other side, the same thing. Okay, so you should have this at the moment. All right, then what we're going to do is you'll have a long panel, and then you're going to have this little square. So that little square is another tab. We're going to cut up both edges of that tab and miter that. On both sides. Okay, and then this panel is going to go away. So this middle panel right here, let me cut up a little bit more. This whole thing is going to go away. Okay, so this is what you should have. It's kind of like a big T shape. Hopefully you can see that. So that should be what you are left with. Okay, so now we are going to we're going to round the corners on these flaps here. I can find my corner rounder. Here we go. So we're going to just hold this flap back and stick this in to round these corners. If you don't have a corner rounder, you can just miter the edges of that. Okay, this one did not cut very well. Well, I've got a little piece hanging off here. There we go. Okay, so if you don't have a corner rounder, as I said, you could just miter the edges here. You just want this is the part that's going to tuck in. This is your top and your bottom. So you just want them to be able to tuck in nicely and easily. So yeah, so you either want to miter those or round those edges. Okay, so this is the back of your box and the front of your box. So we want to put our DSP on. So if you're going to put a panel on the front and the back, you'll do that now. This time I'm only going to put a panel on the front because I didn't want to cut that other piece of paper. So what did I say? I was going to use the square. So this is the back of my box. This will be the front of my box. My box is 3.5 by 3.5. So this is going to be a bit big, which is fine. So you could make this a mat as well if you wanted to. I'm going to put it on just like this tonight. And I'm just using liquid glue for that, nothing fancy. Okay. And then this is also the front, so I'm going to make a little notch for your thumb when you're opening the box on this panel. Right there. So just a little thumb notch so it's easy to open. You can see on this box here. Okay, so now we're just going to put this together. I'm going to just fold all my folds. So we're just going to burnish your folds real fast. Very simple box. Okay, so we've got this little tab here, this little tab on the end. You're going to fold that over and get some glue on there, or you could use tear and tape. Glue works just as well. Some glue on that tab. And then if you fold this square over, it should meet up with that exactly. And that's it. So you can store your box just like this. It's a fold flat box. And then to put the box together, you'll just fold your flaps in and put your flap in. And then this is the top. Why does my top one? There we go. All right, it helps if you're a little coordinated. Okay, so there's your little box, and you'll just decorate that with ribbon or a saying on the front. All right, let's set that aside for right now. All right, so your 3x3 cards, you're going to start with a piece of paper that is 6x3. And you're going to score it. So this is 6x3. You're going to score it at 3 inches. So you should get a little card when you fold it in half. That is 3x3. So I'm making, again, 4. You can fit more than 4 in this box, but I thought 4 was just a good number. Normally when I do a box of cards, I do 5. But 4 takes exactly half a piece of 12x12 paper. So that's what I did. All right, so I've got 4 little note cards, and now we're just going to decorate those. So this paper, I'm just going to glue on to the front of these cards. These are going to fit exactly on the front of this card. And you just want to line that up and get it straight. So there's one. And then I just look and see if you've got a little bit of overlap, which you might. You're just going to cut off the extra. Just trim it off. Okay. I love this polka dot pattern. Oh my goodness. All these patterns are amazing. So cute. And then I've got the banner sayings for sentiments that are those cute, tiny little sentiments that are going to just be perfect for this size card. Look at this pattern. I don't know what color blue this is. I need to look this up. It almost looks like a cornflower blue. I don't know if it's cloud cover. I don't know. Look it up. Very pretty pattern, though. I think that's my favorite. Love that. Okay, and then this one is that same shade of blue. Oh, and Betsy's here. Hi, Betsy. And I think I said hi to Anna, but I'm not sure. If I didn't, hi, Anna. Okay. Yeah, this is really cute paper. Okay, I think I just smudged it with glue over here. There we go. All right, so there's your 4 little cards, and then all you need to do is decorate. So I think I'm going to cut out some little banners. I've got one. Let's do some more. This is the triple banner punch, I think this is called. And it is perfect for these cards. You can punch out 3 at a time. There you go. And then you just decide what you want them to say. So I've got the little banner sayings stamp set. Look at all these cute little sayings. So I'm going to just grab a few of those. Perhaps. Okay, let's see. What have we got? We've got, I don't know if this will fit on there. Will this fit on there? Oh yeah, look at that. You're the sweetest. Oh, cue the confetti. Will that fit on there? I think so. Well, you know what? It's designed to coordinate with this, so I guess they do fit on there. Okay, what else have we got? Sending my love. How's that one? And one more, maybe a thank you. Can't thank you enough. Okay. I was going to stamp these in Secret C because that's the box color that I used, but now I'm not sure if that's the best color. One moment. What is this blue? It's not Blueberry Bushel. Misty Moonlight? Oh, I bet it's a very light Misty Moonlight. So it's not Pool Party. I'm going to use Secret C. We're going to make it work. All right. So we're going to go with You're the Sweetest, first of all. There we go. And then we're going to do Can't Thank You Enough. Okay, this is, you're going to see my, this is truly Michelle in the craft room right here. This is because I packed up everything for a workshop. And so I have one block to my name right now. I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to put the other stamp on. And we're going to make it multitask. Make my block multitask tonight. You can't thank you enough. Actually, that does look really nice with that. Okay. And we'll clean that one off. And then we'll do this one. Cue the confetti. Love that. Oh, almost didn't make it onto that stamp. Let's try that again. A little higher. Okay. And then the last one is, what was it? Sending My Love. There we go. Okay. At least they're all now on the same block. So when I go to put them away, they'll all be in one place. There we go. All right, we're going to just put those on with maybe some dimensionals. Here we go. And for these teeny tiny little guys, you just need tiny little dimensionals. I've never used so many small dimensionals, I think, in all my Stampin' Up! Crafting. I used almost a whole sheet of little tiny ones. Of course, we could add more detail here. We could add a little flower, some twine. I did bring some twine. We might throw some of those on, some of that on there. Use a confetti. I think that will work with the little polka dots. Can't thank you enough. Well, that was a little crooked, but it's handmade, not Hallmark, right? We're allowed to not be perfect. And then you're the sweetest. Okay, there we go. There we go. So you could also put some images on there, obviously. Let's see. I've got my little, we've got our 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar stamp set. This has got some nice little images here. However, you do have to fussy cut them. But there's a cute little butterfly. He's not too hard to cut out. We could do that. Oh, now I got to use the other side. All right, what color should he be? Where is he going to go? On here? No, I think he should go on here. Let's just make him Secret C. Maybe we should stamp him off. Let's stamp off and then stamp him. Yep, see, there's that color. Okay. Oh, he needs a body. Uh-oh. Running out of room on my stamp. On my block. Okay. I'm going to have to take that butterfly off. Don't lose him. And then we'll stamp the body full strength. How's that? Oh my goodness. I haven't liked some of this butterfly stamps that we've had in the past, but look at how cute this is. Oh my goodness. Oh, wrong thing. All right, so then we just have to fussy cut. Oh, I wonder if, no, there isn't a die for this, is there? There is a butterfly die, but I don't think it cuts this butterfly out. So we'll just fussy cut him real quick, stick him on. And I will not take up all your time trying to decorate these cards. You get the gist of it. But I will post them, a picture of them when I do finish them up completely. Mainly, I wanted to show you the little box and the new paper and how I'm using my new paper. Although I might break out of it, I might make a regular size card with some of that paper. I love it as 3x3s. Oh, he's adorable. Look at him. Okay. Dimensionals. No, he's still not quite. This must be Misty Moonlight stamped off. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. And there we go. All right. So I'm going to gather these up here, put them in my little box, and I have some little envelopes. They fit inside your box with room to spare. So there's plenty of room if you wanted to put more in there. Okay. So that's it. Oh, now I got it stuck on the card. Now, something's wrong with my flap. Okay, I think it's got a little bump right there. I'll just trim it down. There we go. Okay, so that's it for me tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that and learning that box technique. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's it for me tonight. Hopefully you guys, I don't know if you've ordered that paper or not, but you should order that paper because that's adorable. You can make some little 3x3 cards, or you can use it obviously on a regular size card. All right, so that's it. Don't forget that January is bonus days. So if you're buying stuff, you should definitely buy it in January. Get those coupons so that you can get free stuff with your coupons in February. All right, that's it for me. Thanks, Jeanne. I'm glad that you liked it. All right, everybody have a great long weekend. I don't know what you're doing. I hope you're doing something fun. Lorraine, you're going on vacation. I know you're doing something fun. All right, everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend. Stay crafty, my friends. I'll see you next week.